Hey everybody, welcome to Mancave Kitchen. This is our first episode in a YouTube series where we're going to show some short, easy recipes that you can do at home with just a few ingredients. I got a good friend with me here today that's had a really rough day at work. We want to put together a super nice dinner for her. She wants to learn how to make risotto. She's been wanting to do it for a while. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing to do when you're cooking after a long day is get yourself one of these big glasses of red wine and just take that down. That'll help take the edge off for when you start cooking. Oh mama, that's the stuff. So the first thing you want to do when you're making risotto is make a sofrito. Sofrito in this case is just some onions, whole butter, a little bit of garlic. You chop up the onions real fine and then put them in the pot with some melted butter on a very, very low heat. To dice an onion, you do what I just did. You start going straight across, very small slices, come through twice in the middle, and then just put it all together and slice the other way. We've got some garlic already chopped. We've got our fire already on our pot. Drop in your butter. And then your onions. Hear that sizzle? That's what you want. You don't want to put it in a cold pan, then it just takes forever and a day. When you have half an hour, that's not good. Turn this heat up just a little bit. Got our garlic in. And make sure you have a wooden spoon right next to me. Don't be like me and leave it on the other side of the kitchen. So after you get your onions in the pot, you want to give them about 5 minutes. Keep stirring them over medium-low heat and get them nice and translucent. If you don't know what translucent means, look it up in the dictionary. In the meantime, while you're waiting and stirring, have another glass of wine. It'll help you unwind from the day. So after your onions are nice and translucent, which means they don't have much color left to them, you can kind of see through them, we're going to add about 3/4 cup of arborio rice into the pot. You can use carnaroli rice or any short grain rice, but really, the Italians like to use arborio. And we're just going to toast this for about a minute. Stir it around, make sure that it doesn't get any color. Just let that fat cover the rice, and then we're going to add about 1/4 cup of white wine. And give it a quick stir. Turn the heat up just a shake and let that wine evaporate. So for a little bonus, I got some beautiful local birch mushrooms that we're going to put into our risotto. You want to start with a nice hot cast iron pan, my preference, a little bit of olive oil, and when it just starts to smoke like you see here, you put your mushrooms in. Once again, you want to get that really good sizzle, get some really good color on those mushrooms. So now that our wine is nice and dry, but the rice is still moving around, we want to add at least room temperature chicken stock. I like to add hot chicken stock. We're going to add it 1 cup at a time. And we're just going to stir our rice and let it sit. Come back every minute, stir it again, leave it alone, come back another minute, stir it again until it's dry again. So after about 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to see your rice suck up all of that chicken stock, and when it starts to be able to see the bottom of the pot as you're stirring, that's how you know you need to add more stock. So we add more stock, and the process starts all over again. That's why you want to use a hot chicken stock. If it's cold, it slows down the whole thing, and when you're trying to spoil a friend of yours in half an hour, you need it to be quick. So after you have some nice deep golden brown color on your mushrooms, I like to push these all to the side. Add a little bit more oil and get my garlic going in that oil. Make sure that garlic gets sweated out. Let that go for just a second. Turn the flame off, or else you're going to burn your house down. Add a little bit of marsala wine. Turn your flame back on and let it reduce down. When it's all the way down, we're going to put in some herbs and throw in a little butter and just sit it aside till the risotto's done. So after about the third time we've added stock to our risotto and we've stirred it up, you can see that it's come up thick. We can stir and see the bottom of the pan. It's time to taste it and finish it. I want to make sure that it's just al dente, which means it's got a little bit of give to it, but it's not mushy. Perfect. So to finish it, I like to add some mascarpone cheese and Parmesan, or Grana Padano, or Pecorino Romano, or any other hard Italian cheese, or anything that sounds Italian. Just don't use the fake crap. Or the crap in the green can. Stir it in. A little salt and pepper. This is sea salt, not the iodized crap that sits on your grandmother's table. I want it to be nice and creamy. And when we're done, we're just going to bring it over to our plate. And the key here is you don't want it to be stiff. You want it to not be able to stand on its own. Just kind of sit down like that on its own. Take some raw mushrooms. Put them right over top. Make sure you get some of that juice from the butter we put in the bottom of the pan. And there you go. Quick risotto to spoil your later friends when they have a rough day.